speaking of music, that was a pretty good transition. I pulled that in. You see how I did that?
Very good one. Yes.
So the other day I'm cutting the grass. That's when we do our best thinking and honestly best listening to music. That's when we hear music, is when I cut the grass for me. That's when I really hear music, because I'm in my own little white box and looking at just lanes back and forth in the backyard. Song pops on by Ed Sheeran, because I had it on shuffle and I'd never heard it. It was called Old Phone. And I'm like, at first I was like, this is kind of dumb, because it's kind of this sing-songy, fun, whatever. And then I'm listening to the lyrics. By the end of it, I had to sit down for a minute. I wasn't crying. I wasn't broken down or anything. I was like, wow, that was a song.
Yeah.
That was a song. And it's funny, because if somebody redid it and they did it to slow, sad music, it'd be even more powerful. Mm-hmm. But it is kind of this fun, like almost, poppy number.
Yeah.
And
it's very Ed.
It's very Ed. Yeah, it's just Ed, so him. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a pretty good one, Ed. Okay, wait, what did he just say? Wait, dead friends. What did he just say?
Yeah.
And then I put it on shuffle, and I just kept repeating it over and over and over again. And I just kept soaking it in. I think I sent it to you right away. I'm like, you got to hear the song. Yeah. Thoughts on Old Phone by Ed Sheeran. So let me set the stage. It's about, he pulls out an old phone out of a box. And we all got them. I got a whole drawer of them right behind me. Mm-hmm. Back to my Trio days and my BlackBerry days and my Nokia days. Like, I literally have probably every phone on market back here somewhere between me and my kids. Yeah. And so it was funny. And the point of the song was, he pulled it out, plugged it in, and he started going through his contacts. And he said this on the show, he is not on his phone anymore. He doesn't use his phone. He uses a tablet.
Right. Right.
And that was very public. He said, I'm off social media. I'm not doing social media. He might now, I don't know. But for years he did not. But then he got involved in a lawsuit of I think it was about his music or a song or something.
Yeah.
And so he pulled out these old phones, and it just like hit him. It's almost like going back home. So what's your thoughts on Old Phone when you heard it the first time? What were you thinking?
Oh, man. Yeah. I thought it was super interesting about what a digital footprint we leave.
Right.
And I thought it was brilliant how he made an object the character of a song. That's super interesting. I think he's brilliant.
He is brilliant.
I really do. I think he sees these things and just goes, wow, how can I get creative with this? Which is just amazing. But you're right. The genesis of this is that it was subpoenaed, basically. He needed proof in this lawsuit. And so he had to go through his old phone, and it was subpoenaed. And so he powered it up, and he's looking at old pictures, old texts, dead friends, as he says.
Dead friends, yes.
Arguments, family members that he no longer talks to, or at least one. And he wrote the lyrics based on all of the feelings around that. And it was, he was visiting ghosts, right? Like a time machine.
Yeah.
And he turned that into amazing lyrics. And he tested it out at the Bluebird Cafe here in Nashville.
I thought it was in Nashville. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And overwhelming response from the crowd. So he said, I think I've got something here.
Yeah.
And then I think he performed it on maybe Fallon for the first time. But
he did.
Brilliant. Just absolutely brilliant. And so, like we said before, so Ed.
It's so Ed. Yeah. And I love how he did it for his music video. I don't know what platform he did it on, but he basically put out a request and said, hey, send me some videos of, old photos, old videos. I have chills. So you have to go watch it on YouTube, because I probably won't explain it well enough, but it made the song. So when I went and I had listened to it many times, I went and watched the video, and it just got even deeper.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow. Because I didn't see it through the lens that these people, one mom said it was a video of her two daughters playing together, like the oldest and the youngest. She said they're 2 of 5 and the other 3 aren't here. So I assume maybe they had a hard time getting pregnant. I don't know. She didn't go into details, but it was like, wow. And, it's, what was another one? I think there was another one of it was celebrations. It was celebrations. There was, I think, a guy that talked about I think it was a video of his dad or something like that. Like you talked about earlier.
There was somebody's grandmother dancing at a wedding.
Yes.
And he said,
they were happy.
Yeah.
They were happy.
Time. Yeah.
And that's what I enjoyed about the video, is it kind of pulled you back a little bit, because when you listen to the song, it's like, wow, that's You know, because I bet if I pull up some of my old phones, I have friends that have passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And there's probably text in there on some memory card like we had to do it in the old days, you know? And
Right.
so I really felt that when he said that. He was like,
Yeah.
wow. And so I'm going to read one of the lines, nostalgia trying to lead me astray. Maybe I'll unright some wrongs. You talked about that.
Yeah.
You know, some old fights that maybe you left in that old phone and you never resolved.
Yeah.
That line jumped out at me. You said it already. Conversations with my dead friends, messages from all my exes. He says that as well. And then this is where it got really good. I feel an overwhelming sadness of all the friends I do not have left, seeing how my family has fractured growing up and moving on. The growing up and moving on got me because we're dads, you know? And now our family's not fractured, and I'm thankful for that. And if anybody's listening and theirs isn't, I'm very sorry. But yeah, just the growing up and moving on. Like I said, going through Google Photos when we talked about in the beginning, being a granddad now, seeing those pictures, my kids are, man, they're growing up and moving on now. And it's like, you know, that'd probably be in an old phone when you pull it up, those memories. This is the line that got me. It said, I found my old phone today, so full of love, yet so full of hate. I put it back inside whence it came. Nothing good will come from regretting.
Yeah.
It's towards the end of the song. Like, you know what? He's right. I mean, he's right. You know, whatever's in that old phone, it's in the past. And that's what I loved about that, what he said. Now, you know, if you got forgiveness, you need to do, I mean, so we could go a whole lot of layers there, but
well, that's what's brilliant about the song is how many layers you can go into it. And it is just endless. I mean, even he had a line about how he holds people close to him now with a closed hand.
Yes.
That's a really powerful metaphor that his hand is still closed because he's opened it before and he's been hurt.
Right.
And so even that line you could unpack for an hour, just that one sentence. So brilliant, you know, the guy is just brilliant. And I hope this song just takes off. I don't even know how old it is. You know, it's fairly recent, I would think, but
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't listen to regular radio very often. We all kind of stream, and so we hear what we hear. And I don't know, but yeah, I agree. And the other thing too that I had, it was almost like you said, it's another meaning was, you know, I said, or the dead friends. My first thought was, yeah, I have some friends that have passed away, and so that was where my head went. But then the more I thought about it, you know, we have friends that we let those friendships go. You know what I mean? Yeah. Maybe they're on our old phone, but maybe we just don't talk to them anymore. Whatever, you know, life happens, right? Yeah. And so dead could be looked at in another way. And if anything, it just reminded me, I need to reach out to those people a little bit more. You know what I mean? They're not dead. I wish I could reach out to the ones that did pass away. So anyway, there's so many layers to that song and I love it so much. It's very, very good.